Do you want a snazzy outfit like mine for half the price? Ladies from all over the nation have been starting to rely on DIY and frugal fashion because buying outfits all the time just isn't cost efficient. It's all disposing of your money. So ladies have been taking it upon themselves to throw away the old Sears catalog and start DIYing versatile outfits. And I'll show you how. Come along.
Oh.
More and more women have been decided to push away buying from clothing stores like Sears, Ross. Is that too far into the future? Doesn't matter. More and more women have been pushing away from it and going to sewing patterns, which are half the fraction, are starting from 25 to 50 cents. How much money have you spent on clothing this year alone?
Like $24.
$24? A pre-made, ready-to-go Sears catalog costs. Let's calculate the number, shall we? How much do you think it costs?
$30.
Shouldn't cost that much in this economy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a pre-made outfit costs around $14.95. Isn't that just astonishing?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. But with sewing patterns, you can make your clothes for around 50 cents for a sewing pattern. Do you know that?
Wow.
More women should go into frugal fashion and DIYing. It's saving the nation. Women have had around 15 pairs of stockings in a year alone, and they're supposed to be durable and versatile. And isn't that just a shame?
Mm-hmm.
We're spending through our money. We won't be able to feed our families. How much money are you allotting for your kids to have food all the time? How much kids you got? 9?
I got 6 kids, but it's still a lot.
That's too much kids. Maybe you need to sell a few to the circus.
Maybe.
Anyways, ladies, come with me. Come. Let's go. Come on.
1.
With the financial crisis from around the nation, banks closing down, clothes are meant to be valuable and reusable, versatile, durable. Like her outfit.
Yeah.
Amazing. She sewed this herself.
Mm-hmm.
But with these financial crises, why does a winter coat cost $12.50? How much? A winter coat should not cost that much.
Mm-mm.
Skirts were around $5. Skirts like this. Plugging my tailor. Buy for me. Support a moment in need. I have 10 kids.
Ooh, 10 kids?
10 kids, Shirley. 10 kids.
I thought my 6 was bad.
But women have been ditching the unnatural, immature, girlish flapper look from the roaring 20s, and we've been getting into the natural hemline, the sleek, mature, sophisticated look of natural waistlines and longer conservative skirts. Look at her, so mature, and look at me. She's wearing a dress. She's not wearing a skirt. She's wearing a dress, totally. But look at me. I obviously mogged you, but let's keep going. Thank you for watching this ad. And we'd like to plug our newspaper. Tips and tricks for surviving the Great Depression. You'll find everything you need in here.
Mary, what is that device?
Since the start of the Great Depression, the woodworking industry has struggled drastically, which has led more people to learn how to adapt, which is a key survival ability needed in this day and age. And you can use those skills as a source of income. Currently, lumber exports have been cut in half, and employment has dropped to more than 1/3. This has led to lumber production dropping from $5 million to $2 million.
What a shame, Brenda.
So those who are good with manual labor should go and seek out some, as it provides immediate cash if you are in a bind. Crafters alike have plenty of opportunities that can be provided by themselves. Although being self-sufficient is difficult, it can provide many benefits over time. So create a small business. Carpenters can create small structures, take commissions, or sell items they currently have made or have. Those who can repair shoes, clothes, tools, and among other items can also benefit themselves and others by providing a service that is needed desperately across the whole nation. Even if you can't create a successful business, you can still use your skills to your advantage and create some new things. You can create small structures, toys, and among other things with enough time and effort provided, obviously. Small toys, utensils, other structures can also be created with enough time and effort provided, and you should utilize your skills to further help you and your community during this difficult time.
During this time of crisis, it's important that we're more cautious than ever about our health. Tuberculosis and scarlet fever are on the rise and spreading amongst us rapidly, especially with us living in rural areas. The impact that these diseases currently have on lower income families is statistically larger than high income families. We, the people, are struggling. Affordable health care is practically non-existent. There's no unemployment insurance. People are getting no compensation after they lose their jobs, after they're forced out. The majority has to skip doctor's visits because of these expenses only going in case of emergency. Furthermore, the death rates of tuberculosis among Black people is between 2 and 4 times the rate among white people. And the conditions of which we are living is affecting us drastically, and to survive this, we need to be careful. What I suggest is that whenever you go out, make sure you put on a mask and gloves. And when going out in public areas, especially where many people are, germs tend to linger. So, what I suggest is that you get a cotton bandana like this. And with these are very cheap. They're made out of cotton, and they are about $5. And alongside this, when it comes to gloves, they usually go up to $1 or $2 a pair. So that's how you go ahead and save money. More affordable prices of gloves are 48 or 49 cents if you really want to go there. And also, home remedies are a very big thing that's going on right now. Instead of prescribed medicine, people are coming up with different concoctions to replace medicine. For example, a few drops of turpentine on a spoon of sugar or a heated cloth with Vicks can help with a cold. And I also recommend tea because it's affordable and available to everyone. And as of late, there's been reports of schools in the county providing resources such as sanitary and safe water supplies. Other schools have sufficient laboratory facilities, including individual or paper towels. And laboratory facilities are rooms with conveniences for washing and usually with 1 or more toilets. So that's where you can go and wash yourself if the water has shut off or you don't have that much water. And with the lack of money and resource, it's important that we take advantage of these opportunities granted to us by these very kind people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How much are these groceries?
$12.
$12?
$12, like I said.
I have 10.
Sorry, that's not enough. And I'm not open to haggling.
Haggling? In this day and age, don't you think we need that to survive?
I don't think so. I'm surviving pretty nice. $10 is not enough, and I have 9 that I need to feed. 10 is not enough, and none of this.
All of mine are infants. I had quadruplets.
Do you think I care? Mine are 9, and they're under the age of 9. How ironic. It's not my fault that you're broke.
Guys, the economy is collapsing. Banks are crashing. We need to take matters into our own hands. So, take a look at your backyard. You can turn your backyard into a garden. So think about it. It's hard to keep up with prices from supermarkets. So it would be easy to have a backyard, and you should have a garden with access to food, and to support your large families. As she has a large family right here. So you can even have an abundance of food to support your community. So please start making gardens. You could hill up soil to the stems to get more tubers and block sunlight. And also make sure you harvest before frost. Then cure warm for a week. They get sweeter in storage. And also you could grow dry beans, such as Pluto, navy, and the great northern beans. And sow in warm soil, let pods dry on the plant, and shell then store beans in a jar. So, as the economic hardships of the Great Depression set in, your family can rely on the easily accessible garden in your backyard. So, Get started as early as possible. You'll be grateful in the future. Okay? Also, please, I also urge that you urge your cities to start up a thrift garden, which will greatly help people during hard times. So, what do you think about what I proposed to you? Yeah, I would love that. See, folks, take my advice. Thank you. I also have my newspaper that you can look at as well. The Gardening Ultimate Guide. Thank you.
Are you cooped up in the house? Is boredom slowly eating away at your noggin?
Yeah.
Do you need a cure for that phenomenon? Well, I have a few tips and tricks on how to cure boredom, especially if you're broke. Come with me. As prices start to inflate and money dwindles from everyone's wallets faster than you can spell cinema, families have opted out of the glamorized trips of seeing their favorites on the big movie screen. Have you guys been to the cinema recently?
No.
That sucks. Me neither, darling. Radio is what's in. Versatile, and it's enamored the hearts of millions around the country. Look at the cinema ticket. Nothing no more. Do you have radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. This dandy radio right here has everything one needs to stay on top of the current fads. From comedy stations, soap operas, and news being pumped out to the masses. Many families, like this one right here, you go, here's a new radio, yours is janky and old, start to use radio to actively seek out their entertainment. What are you guys listening to right now?
Billie
Whatever.
Holiday. Every day.
Alright,
It's a
I think we
good
should look
time.
See, look at this happy family. Do you think they are worried about their financial disparities? No, they're bonding. And many families are taking this approach to bonding with board games, such as Scrabble and a hit favorite, Monopoly, for $1.95. Isn't that just fun? Do you like this board game?
No.
So what hobbies do you guys like, Missy and Elizabeth? How about you, Missy?
I like to play ping pong with my daddy
And where's your daddy right now?
at work.
Where he work?
The construction shop.
Yeah, I bet. What about you, Elizabeth?
I like to draw.
What do you draw?
People.
Is this one of your drawings, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, sweetheart. You look like you got hyperpigmentation.
Yeah, I was just drawing your husband when he came over to my mama's house.
Oh, well, you better draw your daddy when he came over to my house yesterday night. That's why he didn't come back.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't care about that, Dad.
Okay, whatever. Are you two sisters?
Yes.
And do you think these tips can help you and your parents in this financial disparity?
We're cousins.
Oh, your cousins? I barely noticed. You guys look so similar. I can barely tell that you guys were cousins. Wow. Do you live with your cousin Elizabeth?
Yes.
Oh. And
Because ever since the direction, yeah.
It's a sad topic for
that is just so beautiful. Families taking in their siblings who are orphaned and have no parents. Or which one of you has no parents? Is it you, Missy? Is it you, Elizabeth? Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, look how boredom are bringing these two girls together. How many times have you seen each other before? How many times have you guys visited each other like this before?
We haven't seen each other since we were 1.
I don't even bet you remember that. Or maybe you did.
No.
Well, come with me. Boredom. It's tearing our families apart. Now, Missy over there don't even got a dad. Board games like this and just having fun with your families can really bring everyone together. Monopoly, Scrabble, even just going to see live swing bands that are playing for free. You know, it's important to stay happy with each other and, you know, be kind to one another. And just stay, we gonna get through this, poor and all. Thank you. Read my newspaper column. Okay.
The education system is fundamentally collapsing as we speak. Schools across the country are shutting down because of a lack of money. States in the South and Great Plains have been deeply affected by this as well, by massive cuts. With these cuts, students aren't being provided with free meals or the supplies they need for their schoolwork. Now, this didn't occur in all schools, but in most. What did occur in all schools is teachers getting their funding cut. Their salaries are being cut, and they're only being paid a few cents. It's even worse for those in rural areas, especially where Black Americans reside in high numbers. It's been calculated that about 95% of Black Americans are no longer in high school, and attendance in these schools has gone down to 60%. Most schools are simply buildings with one classroom and one teacher. Children who are in work and families find it difficult to attend school because there's already so much on their plate. Not only do they need to do homework, but they need to do chores on the farms where their family has to work to survive. This is incredibly overwhelming for a child, especially our young ones. So, I propose that you create your own classrooms. You may not think you can do it, but trust me, you can. If you can teach a few students from all grades, that would be great. If you can only teach a few students from one grade, that's good too, as long as you are teaching our children. As I mentioned before, one-room classrooms are on the rise because they're cheaper to manage. Since many schools aren't providing supplies, you'll need to buy your own. Don't fret. There are very cheap options. For instance, pencils cost no more than 1 cent. 1 cent. Ain't that a miracle? Same with rulers. They are also 1 cent. A box of crayons is 25 cents, and other general supplies like notebooks and glue are around 5 to 10 cents. And with that, you can homeschool your children or personally ask previous teachers who were fired from their schools if they are willing to teach your child while you're away at work. And I hope you take this advice. Bless your heart.
Good evening, people. I will be telling you how you can survive the Great Depression regarding emergency. Now, starting off with one of the most important things, invest in a first aid kit, okay? Specifically a Halco first aid kit, which consists of first aid cream, sterilized gauze bandage, 12 gauze pads, a cotton eye pad, triangular bandages, first aid manual, absorbent cotton, and just everything else that you need in the case of an emergency, because during these times, healthcare is one of our biggest concerns. How will we be able to afford healthcare for our kids, for ourselves, if we ever get injured? It's very important. So invest in a first aid kit, very important. Next, you can make anything into soup, okay? Literally find anything from your kitchen at home and make it into a soup, and the soup will last you, okay? It will feed your family, it will feed the community, okay? Make anything into soup. Desperate times call for desperate measures, okay? Now, I would also say learn how to forage for food, okay? Learn how to hunt, learn how to fish, learn how to garden, because things are getting hard. You're gonna have to take things into your own hands and do it yourself, okay? Now, also be more resourceful. Recycle, reuse, reduce, recycle, okay? Very important. You could use pieces of rubber or cardboard to replace the soles of your shoes when they get worn out, okay? You could do that. You could even use flour sacks to make dresses. When you wrap your kids' presents, use newspapers. You don't need to buy wrapping paper, okay? Now, next, move your families in together. Start pooling your resources, okay? Grab your grandmas, grab your grandpas, grab your aunts, grab your kids, grab everybody, move them in together, okay?
yeah, it's very important that we stick together during these times. So it may be uncomfortable to share a home. Just do it anyways, okay? You will thank me later. Lastly, cut all non-essential spending. You don't need a telephone service. You do not need your telephone. That money could be going into food. It could be going into healthcare. It could be going into housing. So do that. And also, lastly, last tip, when it gets hot during the summer and you can't afford AC, just sleep outside. Just sleep outside. Spend your time outside. Just don't risk it, okay? And with this guide, I hope that you will be able to survive the Great Depression. Be safe out there, people. Thank you.
Food has become drastically more expensive, leading many people to starve and struggle. People need a recipe accessible and cheap. Currently, many people are hunting to provide for themselves, scraping together whatever ingredients are easily accessible and filling. We will be providing cooking recipes that are easy to follow for everyone. Our first meal, a cabbage and noodles recipe, will have 15 minutes for prep time and 45 for cooking. This can serve around 12 people and is easily customizable, which is personally, I think, perfect. So the ingredients are as follows: 1 ounce packaged medium-wide egg noodles, 1 cup butter, 2 large onions, 2 small cabbage heads, and salt and ground black pepper to taste. For our first step, you will gather all of these ingredients and preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. And then you'll fill a large pot with lightly salted water and bring it to a rolling boil. You'll stir in your egg noodles and then return it to a boil. Step 3, you're gonna cook your noodles uncovered and stir occasionally until it's tender, but slightly firm, about 5 minutes. Then you're gonna drain it and set aside. Then for our fourth step, you're gonna melt 1/2 cup butter in a large skillet over medium-low heat. You're gonna add your onions, cook and stir until translucent, which is about 5 to 10 minutes. For your fifth step, you're gonna add your cabbages and 1/2 cup butter to the onions. You're gonna cook it and stir while the cabbage is softened but not browned. 5 to 8 minutes, and then you'll season it with salt and black pepper. And then for your sixth step, you're gonna place the cooked noodles and cabbage mixture in a large roasting pan. Stir gently to combine and sprinkle with more salt and pepper. Then you're going to bake it in a preheated oven until golden brown on top, 30 to 40 minutes. Our next recipe is for dinner. It's cream chipped beef. It takes around 10 minutes to prep, 10 to cook, and has a serving size of 4. It's quick and easy and satisfying, especially when placed on toast, and is usually eaten in the military. The ingredients are as follows: 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 1/2 cups warm milk, 1 8-ounce jar of dried beef, which you will chop, and 1 pinch of cayenne pepper, and then you're gonna have bread toasted as like your base. For step 1, you're gonna gather all of your ingredients. Then you're going to melt your butter in a medium saucepan over low heat. Add flour and whisk until smooth. Then you're gonna add milk a little bit at a time, whisk well after each addition, and bring to a boil over medium-high heat, and cook and stir until thickened. Fourth step is to stir in beef and cayenne, your spice, and cook until it's warmed through. Then you're gonna serve it over toast. And then our last one is for dessert, a little treat for you and your loved ones. This is a rich chocolate cake that requires no milk, eggs, or butter. Very good, as they are more expensive and not very common nowadays. Or you have to make them. So here are the ingredients. 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 1/4 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1/3 cup vegetable oil, and 1 cup water. As you can see, it's a lot more ingredients, but they are typically found in a household. For our first step, you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you're going to grease an 8 by 8 inch baking pan and pour 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour into a bowl, then 1 cup granulated sugar, 1/2 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 cup tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking soda. These are all your dry ingredients. Make 3 wells within the mixture once you mix it all in together. 1 for 1/4 tablespoon vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon white vinegar, and another for 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Then you're going to pour water over everything and mix it until it's smooth.
Then for your last step, you're going to pour the batter into a greased pan and bake it for 30 to 35 minutes. Then you're going to let it cool and finally serve it. Here are some more cooking facts. You can add oats, breadcrumbs, and other fillers to meatloaf to make ground beef last longer, and repurpose scraps like vegetable peels and stems to simmer in soups, and use stale bread to thicken soups. America has learned so much these past few years, and we will continue to learn as we struggle. I hope these facts were able to help you, and I wish you all the best of luck, and we should all help each other during this difficult time. Thank you.